What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Libra, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Cause it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, we're just hang with me, Libra. Because with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Libra. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. Before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching Libra. So very intuitive group, very great energies that they bring. So hopefully you'll like them as well. Let's get into your first card here. Oh, look at you bring that Cancerian energy. I'm with it because you got the fourth card of Cancers, which is the Mirror card. You liking what you see, Libra? And with this card, this is the card of self-aware, seeing clearly, ego, facing issues, self-assessment, self-improvement, insecure, make comparisons, reflection, obsessed, narcissistic, vain, self-love, and self-appreciation. And the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is the self-aware. And I feel like with that energy popping up, it's just like an energy of making sure that when was the last time that we kind of checked in with ourselves and to really kind of see where we're at, mind, body, and soul, you know what I mean? And because, I tell this, my sun signs in Cancer, and I always tell Cancer that they need to do that periodically because there's this thing called with the moon here. I'm gonna sneak around in here for a second for you there, Libra. But when the moon goes void of course, that's a good time for Cancerians to really kind of just like check in, do some meditation and things along those lines. Just kind of see where they're at in life. What energies they may have picked up, and that's what I feel like is happening here, Libra. I feel like too, with yours being a sign of relationships, you may not. It's that not necessarily that. It's more so I feel like with you being a sign of relationships, I feel like those, and not even just like romantic ones. I feel friendships, familial bonds, business, co-workers, all that stuff. That being around those energies all the time and being because Libra, you're an air sign. Air signs, whether it's maybe the spectrum of introversion to extroversion varies, but yours is meant to be a sign that to socialize, and because you have a very diplomatic approach to things. And I feel like too that can even be a lot. Let's say if we're acting like sometimes if we're like usually the mediator between like maybe friends or just in general. That type of energy and that type of responsibility and expectation does get tiring after a while. And where you might be around to get out of here, but where we might be really good at it, it is one of those things we want to make sure that we are just checking in and making sure that we're feeling good, Libra, and that you just have an Empress day or three, just really kind of recharge your batteries here. But yeah, the really kind of big thing here, just like it just really, and it's not to say that you aren't self-aware, Libra, but it's just like I feel like even on a more kind of deeper level. I remember a friend talking with me about this once, and I haven't something I've been kind of flirting with. But even for one, because even just thinking about that with them, because maybe some of us need to do some mirror work here as far as like whenever I like get from looking at my reflection or something, I make sure to tell myself something, at least one thing kind of nice about myself, just something to raise the vibration. It doesn't be anything super elaborate, Libra. I mean, unless you're feeling that way. But I feel like it's like when you do look at the mirror, Libra, and look at your reflections, do you like, what do we see? And like really I feel like there's like a really kind of deep rumination that may need to happen there. Just and just to kind of check in to just see where your head's at, you know. And like my buddy was saying like it's like 5 minutes or so, you know, not really doing anything, not brushing your teeth, just you just checking you out and just seeing what's going down and see what stuff comes up and what we may want to work on, Libra. But let's see. Let's get some tarot on this. Get some details. And that makes kind of sense too, Libra, because you know your ruler's in retrograde right now. It should be retrograde till the 3rd of September. And retrogrades are about that reflective timing, you know, that developing that awareness, right? And look at them getting a Cancerian energy, little Queen of Cups here in the mix. Let's see what else we got here, Libra. Ooh, one of your cards, I'm with it. So you have the Temperance and the Seven of Swords in reverse here. And then we have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Coins, and then the Two of Swords upright. And I almost feel like with this Two of Swords energy, it's like maybe that's for some, it's like there's this like oscillating energy that comes here when we get to the Two of Swords. And I almost feel like that it almost feels like that it's like we want to speak our mind, Libra. Maybe for some, I'm just thinking if this is something on a more kind of relationship aspect, or like just with like people in general. I feel like there's for some that it's like we seem to go back and forth maybe between. How do I want to put this, Libra? It's like everyone seems to, because there's a lot going on in this Two of Swords. Everything's on fire. She's got a Hydra back here. There's a whirlpool. And it feels like that maybe this is for. It's like for some, it's like we're always dealing with others, maybe fires, and you know the things that they are dealing with. Like look at all this fire here, Libra. They're just like dealing with all of these fires, and you know you're the one, the go-to. The Queen of Cups, Cancer is very motherly energy, and you might be the one that gets things done, but and that can handle a crisis to restore balance. But I feel that there's this energy of not wanting to do that all the time. You know, I feel like there's this, and it's almost like an energy of it, like almost like in a people pleasing type of sense. But I feel like your heart's in the right place, Libra, but it is making sure that you are taking care of you as well. You know, Queen of Cups is, you know, she's where she does bring that emotional depth. She does know that this cup does run dry at some point and that she has to bring balance back to herself and, you know, kind of get in her kind of Zen space here. And I feel that maybe for some, we might be telling ourselves that this is like some sort of like obligation that we need to do, or I don't know, it's like we're stuck between wanting to do this thing, but we don't want to do this thing. But we know when people do it for us, like it feels good in that moment. But then it's like once that's done, it's just like there's not enough time in the day for you, Libra. That's kind of for some what the energy's coming through here. But I do kind of feel like for some others, you know, especially you being an air sign, you know, your thoughts are, and this for all of us, but air signs, I feel like you know, you're about the mind, and I feel like we just want to be mindful of the things that we do tell ourselves. I kind of feel like with this Seven of Swords, because this could be a card of lying, trickery, and I feel like it's more so the stuff that we may be telling ourselves, Libra, and how much we invest in that, and paying attention to, you know, when we may next time we might be looking in the mirror, maybe we do notice that there's a thought that keeps kind of popping up that's pretty consistent, that you know, get you kind of thinking a little bit, maybe kind of throws you out of whack, because you know, right after the Temperance card is the Devil. And, you know, we're getting into tricky territories here. You know, if we're going into a Devil situation not quite balanced out, it makes it a little bit harder for you to deal with that, Libra. So that's just another thing I kind of feel there's this, because Temperance is Sagittarius energy, and I even feel like with that, you know, they're about expansion, growth, wisdom, and I feel like there is this kind of inner knowing that can really come from this. There's like just a deeper awareness, you know, that we can have. One, and I feel like you develop an awareness for yourself and really kind of, and really learn to show yourself that like that true unconditional love. Love all aspects of you, Libra. The not so pretty sides you wouldn't show to anybody else, and the ones that you would. And I feel like you can develop a love and compassion for all of that energy there, Libra. Then that really helps put you, I feel like, your energy to work as far as that relationship type energies, where I feel like you are meant to, your energies are here to balance others, but it's that experience that can help you balance that out too, Libra. I hope that makes sense. Interesting start there, Libra. Alright, let's get some tea, Libra, and then let's get another oracle in the mix. Oh, alright. I like it, Libra, efficient. And you got the fourth card of Aquarius here, which is the Corset card. And with this card, there's a card of held together, boundaries, restrictions, prim and proper, following rules, structured, buttoned up, perfect posture, holding it together, support, shapeshift, and people pleaser. Sidebar, Libra. Every time that when this card does pop up, that perfect posture, I'm just like, oh, where's my posture at? But the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is the boundaries. And I feel like that maybe for some there is this awareness that we can't be everything to everyone all the time. I feel like there is a time when you do, when we're raising the vibration, we're doing all this stuff, but we also need to at some point put up this line of like, hey, like I can't do that today. Like I'm really not. I don't have like. I need a moment to just kind of collect myself. Absolutely. How about we? You know what? How about we trade places? How about you listen to my stuff for the day? Because that might be something. Might be something here, Libra, where maybe it's like maybe we're even a little nervous, like about like it's like everyone seems to open up to you, but maybe it's like maybe there's like just for some, that's interesting that popped through, that maybe like a need to open up to others, but and even not to say that you have to do this, Libra, but I just feel that if there are things that you're dealing with, it is okay to take a moment and not have to be there for everyone again, because even just thinking about Aquarius energy, they're all about the collective, and that's a lot to take on, to try to raise the vibe. I mean, and again, it's not saying you can't do that, Libra. I'm actually with it. But, yeah, I just think that there are... Because I almost feel like, too, that maybe if we have been kind of helping out a lot with people and things, it's like when we're focusing on ourselves, this gives people a moment to take step back and reflect on them, be by themselves as well, like, because where it is good to kind of be out and socialize, talk about these things, we do need moments for ourselves and to really kind of evaluate, really kind of see what's going down here. And I feel like if you start doing that, Libra, then I feel like the relationships would match that as well, and there would be a healthier sense of balance, just if that's something that's might be resonating with you. But let's get some tarot on this. Let's see what we got here. Oh, speaking of Aquarius. Alright, so you have the Star card and the Page of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Five of Coins, the Page of Wands, and then the Five of Coins, Page of Coins, and Knight of Wands upright. Let's talk about this, Libra. Let's talk about the Star. Because I feel like with the Star... I feel like for some, it's like we may have this tendency of putting our own healing second. I feel like you may be the type, if we're just always there to help, always, putting on the fun look and just ready to just invest in any ways that we can. But I do feel like with the Five of Coins, Libra, that can lead to this state of deprivation, where we're just like, or where like depriving ourselves of like our own needs, you know, like I just there's this, and just considering too that the star came out with this Aquarius card, I do feel like that, you know, it's like we're thinking a lot about others and not really investing more in the things that we want to do, or the things that, or in any of the areas that we may be kind of hurting with, or something along those lines, Libra. But I'm also kind of feeling for some others here, and that's kind of fascinating. That because the star card can be a card of like unexpected help, and I feel like for some that if we have been maybe struggling with, like, we know we've been kind of looking more into ourselves, kind of developing the stronger sense of self awareness, and maybe there has been this energy of where, you know, when we do that type of reflection and stuff, shining that type of lights, and seeing the areas that we may not like so much, you know, that need a little TLC. It can be, I don't know, it's like it can be a lot to take on, and I feel like that maybe for some there's like a need to share this thing maybe with, if you happen to always be the one that's sharing all the time, it's like finding that space where you can also deal with these things as well, and you know, kind of show that, because we're all human, Libra, you know, we're spirits going through human experiences, and you know, we're all trying to figure this thing out together, and there's sometimes where, yeah, we're bringing it, you know, and then there are other days where the energy's not as hot, you know, and I feel like, you know, it's, I don't know, this Knight of Wands energy, this like this kind of like bringing the this fun type of energy, where it's not to say that it's not like it's not impossible, but it's just like it's draining, you know, having just always to be just on all the time, Libra. I don't know, Libra. This, hmm. I think I'm gonna get out of that, Libra, but I hope that makes sense. That's interesting energy there. All right, let's get your last card here, Libra. Here. All right, Libra. So you got the fifth card of Virgos here. Huh. See, which is the headache card. Gotta take your little TLC, Libra. And with this card, it's a card of poor health, dis-ease, illness, unpleasant, crisis, emergency, body signal, needing self-care, problem, root cause, annoying, disagreeable, something's off, pain, and underlying condition. And Libra, needing self-care is coming through. And with all this self stuff going on, I do feel like there's, and I don't know, Libra. Maybe for some, we just need to take like maybe we need to take a vacation from some people for a little bit, kind of disconnect from society or something along those lines, where you can just kind of do some healing, whatever that's looking like. You know, whether it's just like we maybe just kind of been feeling little energy's been feeling kind of drained, or maybe just have enough time to do just any sort of recreational things that you like. Maybe you want to get out and what are we, riding goats? You know, no judgment here, Libra. It's like whatever we're doing to just like kind of raise our vibration again, and really get into that kind of get back to that Empress state again. You know. And it just feels that, because I don't know, it's like maybe for some, it's like we feel that we always, again, that we always have to be honored, that we always have to be there regardless of what we're feeling, and you know, always feeling like we have to leave it at the door and things. But I don't know, Libra. If everyone else can take a day, you know, and then I feel like you can as well. Of course, you know. And I feel like it's not just taking this break, it's taking like a guilt free one too, you know, like really not really worrying about, maybe even put your phone on do not disturb, and just like, you know, no, any sort of crisis is direct. If you need help, call somebody else. Like, I don't know, Libra, very, let's get some tarot on this. And I like that, Libra, because after the star comes the moon, and I dig that. I like the moon in reverse. Oh, and and the Empress. That's what I'm talking about, Libra. See? All right, hold on here. That's good, girl. Because you got the moon and the... I love this, Libra. What a lovely ending this is. We got the moon and the Eight of Swords up right here, and then we got the Empress and the Six of Cups. Good. Let's switch back over here, Libra. I know, Libra. You would think as long as I've been talking about the Empress, we would be past this. But I feel that with the Empress... Oh, look at that, Libra. She was running. And I feel like that's what we've been doing, Libra. We've been running from needing to take care of ourselves. Or we just, it's like, I don't know, or we feel that we have to... I don't know. I just feel like, again, it's like we always have to be on all the time or something along those lines. It's very interesting energy what's coming through, but it's like we're always there to just like kind of share this energy, the first to kind of give, the first to kind of just do this stuff and just be there to bring balance, to bring beauty, to bring peace, harmony, all the things that an Empress, does. And that's And I feel like with the moon popping up, well, before I get into that, the energy that's kind of coming through here with the Empress is that when you're dealing with that type of energy, Libra, bringing Empress vibes, because I mean, you see how I am with the Empress. I love the Empress, and I feel that there is something like, and it's not that I necessarily feel that others are trying to take advantage or anything along those lines, but I do feel like that where it is great energy that you bring. I don't know. It's just like you can't, like, I don't know, like it's. Let me get a little bit more with the Empress. Interesting. So the Empress is clarified by the Judgment card in reverse and then the Two of Cups upright. And, Two of Cups too, I feel like that there's something here about just really taking care of, like really just taking care of you, Libra, connecting with yourself, because there's something about... I don't know, because the Judgment card is Pluto, and Pluto can deal with power, and I don't know if there's this... I'm getting some sort of like oppressive type of energy here, Libra. Someone that may be like almost like that would be the type that if you say you were to focus on yourself, that would maybe throw some sort of guilt or something to try to get you thinking about like, oh well, yeah, you're right, like they are going through a harder time. I mean, it's not to dismiss their time, Libra, but it is a time to give your mind a space, time to declutter as well. Because I mean, the Two of Cups, this is Venus and Cancer, and I feel that you got to take care of your emotional state too. That's really connected with higher self, and for me, and I do feel like with this, interesting with the Six of Cups, that's the Sun in Scorpion. I almost feels like that there's almost this reevaluation of whom we're giving our energies to. And not even like in that we're cutting people off, Libra, but I do feel like we may be putting either some people or maybe even some situations at arm's length here. But all right, then we get out of that, Libra. Self-care to the max. Queen of Cups and Empress, please. You should already been off, Libra. No, I'm like kind of kidding, but I'm gonna leave that there, Libra. So if anything resonated with you, I hope that made sense. But give it a thumbs up and share this, because it can be easy to, because I mean, I get it. Like I was saying, my sun signs in Cancer, and sometimes it is easier to deal with other people's problems and not deal with our own stuff and take times to really reflect and things. But really, that wisdom that comes from helping others comes from you, Libra, and it's, it all comes from within, and these experiences that we have in life, and to be able to share the stuff, like when you needed to draw boundaries and things along those lines. So just keep that in mind, Libra, and tell your friends, and I'll tell all these empresses to keep that in mind, and for them to also subscribe and hit that bell button. You give them notified now these videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm going to start doing different healing affirmations and music and all types of stuff there, Libra. And I can post, like, I can change the types for the things. Like, I'll do, like, special events, like, self-care with the Empress. That's the one that actually started it off. Or Lunar Shenanigans with the Moon. Something along those. I love that one. But definitely check that out, Libra. And then, lastly, got a little Cancer energy here. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Four of Cancer. If you don't need any of that stuff, Libra. If you got any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Absolutely discuss lunar shenanigans, even when it's Pisces. I always give them flack for that. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Libra. And you got the Five of Cups up right here. And I almost feel like with this Five of Cups, it's like, it almost feels like that with this energy. It's like we either like maybe for some, the reason we've been kind of maybe been going out for others, or maybe not been quite taking care of ourselves like we could. It's because we feel that others would be maybe disappointed in us, or that we were maybe even disappointing in ourselves for maybe we even would seeing this energy, or needing to take this time for ourselves. Maybe even some of us are seeing that as a weakness, and that we're feeling disappointment that we can't be in Empress mode all the time. And it's like you can, but it's just that we got to channel different aspects of the Empress. The Empress can be that supportive, that support, that foundation and things, but she also needs to be a nurturer sometimes. And look at that. She's the culmination of the Queens, and look at the Queen that we're focusing on right now, Queen of Cups. So it's focusing on that nurturing energy there, Libra, and really kind of filling up all your cups. But let's get some. Let me get your love that, Libra. Let's start by sleeping. Let's just start dreaming, Libra. But you got the dream card up right here. And I kind of do feel like that maybe for some it's like we do dream of this place of just like kind of just resting a little bit, to kind of just sort of check out from the world and just kind of be with your energy and feel protected and feel safe. I love this little cat here. The cat's supposed to be like a guardian over you while you dream there, Libra. And I do feel like that, as we do more of this kind of like taking care of yourself, Libra, developing a stronger, self-awareness in things, and and putting up healthy boundaries and stuff, and developing these healthy relationships, Libra. I feel like you can even, I mean, this is a little big, Libra, but it's like you can even make, like, I don't know, it's like you really can make a lot of dreams come true. I feel like it's because it would teach you, exercising this stuff teaches others to follow suit, and if not, then, we got a little bit more lessons for them. Their journey may take a little longer, but at least the energy's out there, at least something that they're thinking about. But either way, you're going to be dreaming just lovely there, Empress. And that may be something too, Libra, just really kind of, and it's not health advice or anything, but just like make sure that we are just getting some good rest, and kind of like doing like a Four of Swords, one of your cards, that type of energy that just, give your mind a break and give your energy a break. So I like that, Libra. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. But you stay safe out there. All these people in developing self-awareness and things, and try to not get kind of stuck in your head about that, Libra. You're an Empress, and I love telling you that all the time. And it's sometimes Empresses need to take some time for them, and that is totally okay. And you, what's special to all this energy here? You better raise your vibration to the roof. I would never tell you to do anything, Libra, but Self-care, if you allow me to do one, self-care. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.